next what we've got in chapter 3 is key nutritional principles. Short, sharp and sweet, this one. Number 1, always eat breakfast. Number 2, aim to eat mostly natural food, meats, fish, vegetables, fruits and nuts. Simple. Number 3, eat as many leafy greens or fibrous vegetables as possible. Do you know what? This is a funny thing, yeah. With those leafy greens, they're actually good palate cleansers. Dang. So say for instance, if you've ever been to Milner Carter and you've had a steak and they give you a big wedge of lettuce, that is so that your body can actually like cleanse itself and then accept this big lump of meat to go down and then digest it and then get rid of it. So then tying it back with aim to eat mostly natural food, meats, fish, vegetables, fruits and nuts. Notice how we're not talking about any diets like vegan diet or paleo or keto or whatever, because they're stupid. It's just literally have a bit of everything, because that is called health, because nothing overpowers everything. Like everyone who's turned vegans had meat and they've not complained about it until they've turned vegan. But people sometimes have been vegan and have gone to meat, so it's vice versa. But not many people talk about that, so that's why we're talking from a neutral perspective, right in the middle, talking about key principles. Again, reduce and replace large portions of chips, pasta breads and other things for healthier alternatives, because usually it causes bloating. Our bodies do not need immense amount. If you think about a large portion of chips, yeah, how many potatoes go into that large portion of chips? I bet it's about 3 potatoes, easy. And imagine if we went, all right, let's have a jacket potato, beans and cheese, and I gave you 3 potatoes, you'd be like, what on earth is going on here? But when it comes towards a large portion of chips and it's like 2 potatoes plus, you're like, oh yeah, sound. And then you start to eat it and then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I'm so full. It's because like potatoes are so good. Do you know what? Potatoes are like such an underrated like carbohydrate. They're the most satiety. They have such a high satiety level, which means that it will keep you full for a longer period of time. So say for instance, with my carbohydrates, which I vary with my nutritious meals, of course, haha. Sometimes I have like mashed potatoes, jacket potatoes, sometimes even like chips. But it's about the portion size. It's knowing when to stop, knowing when to listen. Like, because you have to be intuitive. You have to listen to your body. Like, I don't like overeating, because it's just like I am overeating more than what I need. Some people think, oh God, like you should be eating way more. But it's like, I know me inside out. So you don't know what my belly is saying to me. You just look at this. I know what's going on internally. So listen to what's going on. Anyway, so swap all sugary drinks for water or squash. So there's quite a lot of low sugar alternatives out there. Even with like diet drinks, Diet Coke, having one can of Coke, Diet Coke a day, I should say, is not going to kill you. It's going to give you more justice than having the full fat tin of Coke. Like, because there's just so much sugar which you just don't need to have, and it's extra carbs, extra calories, which is just going to make your job harder for you to just do. So it just makes sense just to literally be smart, swap all sugary drinks for water and squash. Like literally, like water is just gangster. Like you'll even get to a point where you drink that much water that you'll know the difference between different bottles of water mix. I personally just go to Costco, get a crate of 40 bottles of water, Kirkland specials, £3.40, whatever it is, or £4.30. Doesn't matter. Like, it keeps me hydrated, keeps my skin good. It helps me to perspire properly when I'm training, so it keeps me feeling good. Anyway, last point, base all meals around quality sources of protein and veg and varying carbohydrates. So similar to like what I said about me having my mashed potatoes. Sometimes I'll have rice, sometimes I'll have a wrap, sometimes I even have no carbs just because I just feel full from previous days, because we've got to remember that every single day we eat, it does actually have an effect on the next day. So sometimes we need to eat a lot more so that we have more energy to do what we need to do the next day. Sometimes we need to eat less because we've ate more, so then we meet in the middle and we have balance.